brings to you? A friend of mine once told me that it's always after the storm that you grow, and growth is necessary in our lives. Nobody wishes to stay stagnant. No, we always want to grow. We always want to become better. We always want to move forward, because growth is what makes life worth living. A story is told of a young boy born of a carpenter in Lower Kentucky, and this boy lived to become the world's #1 heavyweight boxing champion that the world has ever known. But his rise to the top was attributed to one mantra that he believed and had never and did not disappoint him. Irrespective of this belief, this young boy had to undergo pain. He had to suffer challenges, he had to suffer obstacles, he had to pain, and he came to be known to us as the world #1 heavy championship, known as Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali, during his time, he underwent pain, and his first pain came on 8th March 1971 when he met in the ring with one Joe Franzi. Joe Franzi beat him miserably in the ring. As if it wasn't enough pain that he had undergone, Muhammad Ali faced another defeat on March 1973 when he found himself again in the ring with Ken Norton. Ken Norton beat Muhammad Ali miserably again. Everyone thought that it was the end of Muhammad Ali boxing career. But what did Muhammad say to himself? What did Muhammad Ali feel behind closed doors? Muhammad Ali went and mastered pain. Behind closed doors, he trained harder and harder. He faced more pain. He faced more challenges. He was immersing himself to be able to stand the pain, to be able to face the pain when it comes back. It's not surprising that in 1973 and 1976, Muhammad Ali had to face again these two men that had beat him. He had to first fight Joe Franzi, and he won him and defeated him twice. As if that was not enough, Muhammad Ali had to also fight Ken Norton, and he fought Ken Norton and defeated him twice. So the two men suffered under his blow twice. What a comeback for Muhammad Ali. Let me ask you, how often have you come back to the same pain that you experienced, to the same pain that defeated you, to the same pain that challenged you? It's a question. I don't want an answer, but think about it. Think about the pain you've gone through and how often you've come back to it. And once you master it, that means you'll be able to face it again.
You're gonna learn today. Learn today.
With Dr. Rwakiseta Herbert, the host, powered by Mindlab.
Muhammad Ali came to become the World Heavyweight Boxing Championship and winning it 3 consecutive times because of one mantra that he believed in. And this mantra was that you better undergo pain today and become a champion tomorrow. I put it to you, ladies and gentlemen, that it is not the pain that matters the most, but rather how you face and come out of the pain. Where do you go? What do you do? And whom do you talk to, if I may ask? The movie lovers out there will concur with me. One of my favorite is Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's quoted to have said that pain makes us grow, and growth is what we all desire. I want to put it to you, therefore, that nobody on this planet wishes to keep stunted. We all want to grow. We all want to become better. We all want to change and make a difference. And you cannot do this unless you face the pain head on. That means pain leads to growth, and growth is what we all desire. Think about it for a moment. How much pain have you gone through? How much challenges have you met? How many obstacles have you undergone? It is through that you become. I challenge you that you are what you are today because of the pain you went through yesterday. That means the pain you went through yesterday was grooming you to become better, to become stronger, to come back and face the pain, the challenges that you have gone today. Let us reflect back on Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali was beaten 5 consecutive times, to be exact. I'm sure many of you did not know that. In his boxing career, he was beaten 5 times. But you and me do not remember the 5 times Muhammad Ali was beaten. But however, we remember Muhammad's success. Why? Because whenever the pain came, he went back and groomed himself. He went back and challenged himself. He went back and was ready to master the pain so that he can be able to face those people that had beat him, that saw him to win the World Heavyweight Boxing Championship 3 consecutive times. Literally meaning he mastered pain. He mastered pain. So you remember him of his success rather than his failure. You too, they will remember you by your success. They will remember you by the things you overcome. They will remember you by the obstacles you overcome. They will remember you by the pain you withstand, not what you fail to withstand. Personally, I have a mantra. I have a mantra that I believe in that has groomed me to be who I am. Although I acknowledge Muhammad Ali's mantra, suffer today and become a champion tomorrow. And this that I believe in as well, coupled with Muhammad Ali, I took it from my father. Let me tell you the origin of my mantra. I come from a big family of 8 siblings, 4 boys and 4 girls to be exact. And I am the second last born. Just like any other parent, my parents struggled to see us have a good family, to see us have a better life. They underwent so much pain and obstacles and challenges. They sacrificed their time, they sacrificed their energy, and they sacrificed the little resources they had at their disposal so that we can have a better life, so that we can have a better future. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, no one in our family disappointed our parents. We are what we are today because of some of the things they taught us. And one of those things is the mantra that I believe in, that my father always told us. Truth be told, today I still hear my father's voice, his priceless piece of advice echoing in my ears, echoing in my mind. And on a cold morning or a hot afternoon, whenever he came and found you idle, he would look at you and this is what he had to say: son or daughter, get up and start preparing yourself so that you can be able to receive your blessing, rather than the blessing coming to you and finds you unprepared. As if it wasn't enough, he will move 2 steps ahead and in his loud voice, he would say to you, blessings come to those that are prepared. And this has groomed, this has transformed, this has inspired us because it still echoes in my mind. And this mantra has pushed me a step further each and every day. I do not know what you're going through at the moment. I do not know what pains, what experiences, what obstacles you are going through at this moment. But one thing I can assure you, that is for sure, you better get up. You better get up and start preparing yourself because a blessing is coming your way. If you are a football lover, I'm sure you can testify to this. Whenever athletes or footballers are about to play a big game, what do? They get to the pitch and start warming up. They start rehearsing, they start preparing, they start sweating, they start beating up or grinding so hard before the big game comes. Why? Because they are preparing themselves to be ready to face the opponents, to be ready to undergo the challenge, to be ready to undergo the difficulty or that moment that they're going to face. They never stand and become confident. No matter what, there is always light at the end of every tunnel. Without forgetting, my fellow Christians, there is one biblical story that has transformed me, that has inspired me, that has made me who I am. If you think you know the story of Abraham and Sarah, I want to disappoint you today. I want to put it up to you that you only know 30% of that story. Your pastor did not tell you this. Your Sunday school teacher did not tell you this. Even your mother or your parents did not tell you this. And we are going to share. We are going to explore. I'm going to tell you what I pick, what motivates me, what inspires me from the story of Abraham, Isaac, and Sarah. Let's go back to the beginning. In Genesis 17:16, we find the story of Abraham, who was 100 years, together with his wife, who was 95 years of age. Their encounter with the Lord was very amazing. The Lord met up with them and promised them that Sarah would become the mother of all nations, while Abraham will become the father of all nations. These two couples never believed and laughed to the promise that the Lord had given to them. Why? Because imagine one being 100 years, another 95 years. Who would believe? I would definitely not believe. But we later find that God fulfilled his promise, which he normally does. The two gave birth to a son, and they had to name this son Isaac. That literally means, or translated as, he will laugh. Remember, when the Lord made the promise to them, they laughed. And matter of fact, you'll find that Isaac is the only patriarch who never changed his name. And Isaac is also the only patriarch who never moved out of Canaan. In Genesis chapter 22, we find that the Lord instructed Abraham to take his only, I repeat, his only beloved son to a place that he will instruct him, or he will tell him and offer him as a burnt sacrifice to him. I want you to imagine for a moment. Take your only son, Isaac. How old was Abraham? 100 years. How old was Sarah? 95 years. Take him to a place I will tell you and sacrifice him. And Abraham did not seek affirmations. He did not seek confirmations. He did not seek consultations. He would never go out to seek for guidance or tell his friends about the encounter and the request. He moved forward, awaiting for God's instructions so that he can be able to fulfill the request that the Lord had said to him. And on reaching the place, Isaac was tied and put on burnt wood. Abraham was ready as he got the knife and raised the knife, ready to stab his only beloved son in the chest. The Lord instructed, Abraham, do nothing to him. Do not kill him. Abraham followed God's instruction. The Bible is very silent about Abraham's attitude. It's very silent about what Abraham failed. But because Abraham obeyed God's instruction, he was blessed. And through Abraham, you and me have been blessed. But I want to put it up to you. What is the pain? What is the challenge? What is the obstacle you are facing? And how are you willing to face that obstacle? Abraham, no matter what, stepped forth and moved forward and followed God's instructions. And that is why you are blessed. I am blessed. I want to put it to you as well. How willing are you ready to go to a place? How willing are you ready to face the pain? How willing are you ready to face the obstacle? And how willing are you ready to face all the challenges that are coming your way? Next time you are out there, you're undergoing pain, you're undergoing challenges, you're undergoing obstacles, you're undergoing difficulties. Get prepared. Know that a big blessing, know that something big and mega is coming your way, because it's out of the pain and challenges and obstacles and difficulties that you undergo that you become better. Why? Because there is always light at the end of every tunnel. Just like how Abraham went through the pain, he was blessed. Are you ready to receive your blessing? And what are you doing meanwhile as the blessing is coming? You need to be doing something, my brother. You need to be doing something. You need to be grinding. You need to be working, because it is pain that brings growth, and growth that we all desire. Therefore, face the pain, grow, and make your life worth living. I believe that you have learned something. And if yes, kindly share this episode. Subscribe to Mindlab Inc. so that you can be the first to always receive newer content, so that you can be able to transform, so that you can be able to teach somebody out there of the benefit you've got out of this episode.
Mindlab.
Have you been at the beach? See you in our next episode, where you'll be able to learn 3 most important productive lessons from the palm tree that you've always missed at the beach. Adios.
You gonna learn today. Learn today. Learn today.
With Dr. Rwakiseta Herbert, the host, powered by Mindlab.